Welcome back to YuGiOh Mastered. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we are here playing the Attribute 4 event, or as I'm going to call it, the Spirit Charmers event. For those of you who don't know, this event uses only Earth, Water, Fire, and Wind attributes. Dark and Light attribute cards are not allowed in this event. Therefore, I figured, well, actually when this got leaked on Twitter, I was like, oh, it's Spirit Charmers event. That sounds awesome. I want to play that. And then, that's already my deck right there. If we go over and look at the loner decks right here, there's actually only really one good option. There's Sylph, which is not involving the Attribute 4 at all and kind of just plays around whatever you want it to. Sylph was already just kind of like an Earth monster deck, but just with extra nonsense in it. The extra deck makes no real sense, so it is what it is. You have Spirit Charmers here, and then Vanguards, which I think are Infernoids, yeah. But then you have the Spirit Charmers deck. Mine's better. Mine's better. It doesn't use the original Charmers. I don't know why they use the original Charmers here instead of the familiar Possessed cards. I really don't get it. Like, these cards aren't good. It runs each of the spiritual Earth arts, Water art, Fire art, and Wind art, as well as 2 Imperms. We don't respect that. And also, Unpossessed. Like, what is that? What? Why only one Unpossessed? I don't think the person who made this deck knows how Spirit Charmers work. Anyways, now that intro is over, let's use my Spirit Charmers deck, and let's make, I was gonna say let's ruin some people's day, but let's make some people's day better, actually. Spirit Charmers is great. Let's do it. Of course. I hate this card. It never leaves me alone. I'm not in a good position. I am in fact not in a good position in the slightest. Let's set this card and end my turn. But with main Spirit Charmers, like with full power Spirit Charmers, what you'll do is you'll use Fairy Tale Luna at 2. You'll summon out Luna, add Asa to your hand. If you have Fairy Tale Tails in your hand, you can, ooh, not the card that I wanted to see, but I will take it nonetheless. Appreciate that at any given time. We'll summon my Inari Fire. We will, oh. If they have an Imperm, in their hand. It's, well, no, no. It has to be Imperm, right? Or Maxi, maybe? We will then activate the effect of my Grand Spiritual Art, Ichiden. That negates the first monster effect activated each turn while I control a spellcaster monster with 1500 defense, which is any of my spellcasters in my deck, excluding Joel and Lockbird, which is just going to be there to help me protect against my opponent adding cards. We will activate my Awakening of the Possessed. When I summon a monster with 1850 attack once per turn, I can draw 1 card. Also, monsters I control gain 300 attack for each different attribute I control. We will normal summon my familiar Possessed, Hita, and draw 1 card because of the effect of my Awakening of the Possessed. Should they Ash Blossom this? Ooh, it won't even matter. I'll activate the effect of my Fairy Tale Tails, allowing me to summon out my familiar Possessed, Iria, which I actually have the alt art up in real life. I believe I have the Area and Heat. Yeah, I bought the Hita alt art. I have the Area and the Hita alt art. Lou and I think Dakota both have the Asa alt art. And Lou also has an Area alt art. And Dakota, I think, has a Win alt art. It's pretty cool. If you can't tell, me, Dakota, and Lou, the 3 of us, really good friends. We all really love Spirit Charmers. I mean, I don't think Lou plays it that often, but we all really love the archetype. It's very much one of our favorite art style archetypes at the very least. It just draws poorly and is not good in any capacity, so we don't use it ever. But really capable of doing a lot of damage here. Like, this deck does just pop off really, really fast. So I'll end my turn there. We have 1 monster effect negate. We don't have any protection for our spells and traps. However, because I control spellcaster mod with 1850 attack, I will take no battle damage, or the first time I take battle effect damage, I would take none instead. And familiar, possessed, and charmer monsters I control cannot be destroyed by card effects. So should they write Gekimi or anything like that, I should be relatively safe. I do have to wonder what it is they're playing, because they're playing a custom deck. I'm pretty sure that this, like, whatever, the accessories here are not like a main, one of the 3 loner decks, so it has to be a full custom deck. But clearly they've drawn only 1 card, and so that's unfortunate. Let's I feel bad now. I feel a little bit bad now. Oh well, it is what it is. I will normal summon my Awakening of the Possessed, Nefarious or Archfiend, by tributing my Inari Fire. This will summon it. It doesn't actually have an effect by normal tribute summoning. However, When this card is special summoned by its effect by attributing one face-up level 4 lower Earth monster you control and one spellcaster monster from your hand or deck, you can special summon this card out. And when it's special summoned, you can special summon one level 4 lower monster from your graveyard. So you'll tribute summon the spellcaster and the Earth monster, you'll special summon the spellcaster back out, and then you'll use a link or whatever, but either way, you'll have Awakening the Possessed. And if you link this card off when this leaves the field, you... Ooh, shit! Good play. Very good play, actually. I'll set my Possessed Partnerships here and hope I don't get Harpies, but that was a very good draw for them. I don't remember what I was saying. Basically, when this card leaves the field, when any of the big ones, the level 5 Awakening of the Possessed monsters leave the field, you can add a spiritual card of that monster's attribute or one Possessed spell or trap from deck to hand. So you'll usually add Awakening of the Possessed or Unpossessed or Possessed Partnership. Typically, I think most people will add Awakening of the Possessed, but this might be a stall deck just based on what they're running, which is really unfortunate because I didn't want to fight something like that. Draw! That's useless. It's Trap Tricks? Actually, yeah, I guess that works. They're all like Earth, and I think one of them... Yeah, I mean, I guess that works. Damn it, I fucking hate Parallel Exceed. It's actually really unfortunate right now because... Oh. Like, I actually just can't draw anything beneficial here. That sucks. Watch me draw a trap too. Not the worst thing I could have gotten. But they'll still be able to just stop me from summoning. So we'll discard my Fairy Tale Tales, able to add one monster and set one monster, as long as they have different names. We will add from my deck to my hand my familiar Possessed Asa. Then we will set face down on the field my Unpossessed, which I can activate during my opponent's next turn. I'll activate the effect of my Fairy Tale Tales, allowing me to normal summon my Asa as a secondary thing, so I'll have 2 normal summons per turn. They can negate the summon here if they have something, but now we can summon this out. We'll get the draw for Awakening of the Possessed, but they'll have the response with the trap to set it to face down. Which, like I was saying before, very, very scary that they've got going on there. Oh, they're dumb. If they choose to use that, that's fine. If they only use that, that's game. Theoretically, depending on what they have in their back row there. Paleozoic, damn it. That blows. That kind of really blows. Okay, so we don't get the draw here, and we don't get that attack damage bonus, but that doesn't negate the monster effect. So as long as they don't have a Mirror Force here, I should theoretically have game. They still have a play they can make? Oh, Sarah effect to set, right? Yeah. Or special summon one? No! Is there one that's gonna work like that? Oh, Sarah can chain herself. I didn't know that she could do that. That's interesting. Is there one that destroys on a monster? I'm trying to think of every Trap Tricks card I know. Gravediggers, yeah, that makes sense. And then what's the special summon here? Mirmello exists, Mantis adds... Or Mirmello adds, Mantis also adds a monster, I believe. Or is Mantis special summon? I'm trying to think of all my Trap Tricks knowledge. Oh, Mirmello pops a set spell or trap card, right? Ooh, you're a fool. Also, because I'm still... Excuse me. Oh, he banished Awakening of the Possessed. Fuck. Okay, whatever. We'll go battle phase. And let's go for it. Let's just hope. Let's just hope. Let's just hope. We'll attack with my familiar Possess Asa into your Trap Trick Sarah and hope. This is a trap hole. This is a trap hole. What is this? That's what we have to hope. Let's go! Yeah. Dude, I was gaming, so I was mathing out every possibility for Trap Tricks in my fucking head. That was beautiful. Dude, I'm still on the hype of this. I fucking hate this deck. I fucking hate Spirit Charmers. I hate you. I hate you so fucking much. How does this happen every time? I'm so sick of it. I'm so fucking sick of Charmers. Oh my goodness. Come on. Are you kidding me? This happens too much. This is why I don't play this shit in real life. I never do it. It's never anything but this. Give me the Spirit Charmers. Give me a fucking Spirit Charmers. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. They might have a Gigabyte. I'm going to assume they're playing a structure deck. I'm also going to assume they're playing Spirit Charmers, because if they're playing Burn Assault, they have place to make in every option, I'm pretty sure. So we'll normal summon my Asa, and we'll just go for Battle Phase and attack directly into that Dude Man. And I'm assuming it's going to be Gigabyte as a set, if not one of the other. Oh, it is Asa! Are you fucking kidding me? Of every card. Like, yeah, I get it, but like of every single card that person could have placed there, or that I could have drawn there, we both had Asa. Oh, that's weird. It's actually really weird. They have new support. Well, not new support. They're making a new one for Hita, but they have Asa the Earth Channeler, Wind the Wind Channeler, Hita the Fire Channeler. Ooh, Nefarious Archfiend. Hell yeah. Little dude. And it's really, really weird. Are you fucking me? Alright, gonna do that. I will activate my Unpossessed. Unpossessed, charmer monsters I control can destroy battle, and if a familiar possessed monster you control attacks, it gains 800 attack during damage calculation only. If a monster I control is destroyed by battle or card effect, I can special summon one from my deck, a level 4 lower spellcaster monster. Or I believe it might actually just be a familiar possessed monster from my deck. No, it's just 1500 defense actually. I will wait to use my possessed partnership because I'll be able to destroy something. So I'll summon out Mahita. They set one. Now, if they end their turn on that, then I'll destroy the first card they set there. Alright, I will activate the effect of my Possessed Partnership, allow me to special summon one Spellcaster monster with 1500 defense from my hand or graveyard, in either attack position or face down defense. That's kind of the whole way the Charmers works. And then if I control 2 or more attributes, I can destroy one card my opponent controls. So I will get rid of their... Oh, it's face up. Yep, true. I have to get rid of Dude Man. During the next end phase after this dude's destroyed, he can tribute a monster he controls, or he can destroy a monster he controls and special summon that back out. Not what I wanted, but I guess I'll take it. I do have the links if I want. You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll set another Possessed Partnership. Don't worry the jumping on my desk. There's no cat jumping on my desk, I promise. We'll summon out Nefarious or Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness. Then we will tribute from my deck using my Awakening of the Possessed, Nefarious or Archfiend, using my... Yeah, Asa's the best option because then I don't have too many wind monsters or earth monsters. We'll summon this out. On summon, this card's effect will allow me to special summon one level 4 lore monster from my graveyard, so I will special summon back out my Asa the Earth Charmer. Now I can link summon using my Nefarious or Archfiend, Eater of Nefarious. Ooh, actually I could use Dreadnought and go into that whole line. I won't do that. That's not going to be as fun. We'll activate the effect here of these cards, allow me to link summon out my Asa the Earth Charmer, immovable. Then I can activate the effect of my Nefarious or Archfiend, allow me to add one Possessed Spell or Trap from my deck to my hand. I will add my Awakening of the Possessed. I can then activate my Awakening of the Possessed, and then activate the effect of my Asa the Earth Charmer's effect. Allow me to special summon one Earth monster at my opponent's graveyard. So I will take their Asa the Earth Charmer and special summon it to a zone my Link monster points to. Allowing me to then special summon using... Actually, that's allowing me to summon another Nefarious or Archfiend, right? No, I'm not going to do that. I mean... No, there's no point to do that. I'll special summon using my Asa and my... I'll use my opponent's Asa and my area to link summon into Area the Water Charmer Gentle. Give me another draw, actually, because I need an 1850 attack monster. Now we draw one card. Pot of Prosperity, you can't do that. That's turn the activate or draw effects. I'll go Battle Phase and attack for that much. I think it's just 5,000, right? Oh no, it's 4,900. Yeah, that makes sense. We still have my Possessed Partnership here, allow me to special summon a Spellcaster monster, and then I can destroy a card my opponent controls. So if we're in too much worry, we should just have the game there. Yeah, he is just playing the structure deck. I'll activate my Possessed Partnership, special summoning my area, I suppose? That's probably like the smartest idea. There's no real worry there. And then we can destroy his Magistus monster, making theirs to be absolutely no worries. Then also, because we special summon a monster once per turn, we can draw one card. So we'll destroy this, the equip won't go off, and then we'll draw a card. We'll activate the effect of my Nefarious or Archfiend, Eater of Nefariousness, tributing my area to special summon himself back out. Oh yeah, they can't be destroyed by card effects, true. We do that on the big guy if the big guy's still in the field. I hate it here. I hate it here. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Well, normal summon. Oh, wrong position. It's whatever. Normal summon my win, draw one card, activate my Ichirin so no monster effects can be activated, and then we'll simply end the duel off there. And there we go. Also, the Earth Charmer will end the duel. Oh, I didn't think about that. Duel and Lockbird actually is really weird because it would let me add Ranryu to my hand if I have Ichirin on my field. Also, I just need copies of Droll, because Droll's a really good fucking card and would be super helpful in literally anything that you play. Seriously, play Droll and Lockbird. I don't get why people don't play it as much as they should. That card is fucking broken. Like, especially against anything nowadays, it's ridiculously good. With the exception being maybe Labyrinth and Trap Tricks. If you play against Kishira, Droll and Lockbird them. You play against Tearlaments, Droll and Lockbird them. Or Dimension Shifter is the better option there, but you know. So, not the best starting hand we could have gotten. I'm not gonna lie. I do think Ichirin should be able to return the Awakening of the Possessed Monsters as well, because these guys are literal dead draws. You actually never want to draw one, but Rasenryu is so specially important because this card can return one card my opponent controls to the hand, regardless of that card's like, cannot be targeted or whatever. That shit, Rasenryu is so good for that. And otherwise, it's just a complete dead draw. Even discarding them is useless. I do really, really wish there was new support for Charmers that would allow you to do that. Must be Max C, right? Like, that's the... Yeah, okay. That doesn't do anything. I'm not special summoning. If they're playing a Marincess deck or any form of Aqua-based deck, I might just leave. For those of you who don't know, I hate that shit. That shit's boring as hell. I don't see how people enjoy playing decks like that. They're not fun. I'll use my effect of Fairy Tale Tales to normal summon my familiar possessed win. I know there's no real reason because I can't even do another one, but like, I think it's always a safe idea to do that. Then we'll normal summon you directly to the middle here, just to be safe. And I suppose I'll just end my turn there. I fucking hate this already! God, I don't get how people play shit like that. Umi decks are so boring. There is literally not a single fun fish deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! With the exception of Goatee. Goatee is actually really stupid and fun. Like I said, there is nothing fun in playing against water decks. The only one is Goatee, and Goatee is not even a real fucking thing in anything other than the TCG, and nobody plays it for the reason being it's not that good. Ooh, the World Chalice scheme is actually kind of cool there. Actually, not a bad hand. It could have been a lot worse. I will activate Terraforming to bait out an Ash Blossom right off the bat, because they'll have no idea what I'm playing. If I get Ashed here, I may... Really good opportunity had I gotten Ashed. I don't have a proper play here. They don't have a response, which means that it probably was actually an Ash Blossom. Yeah. I mean, all I can do is activate Spirit Charmers and send the Awakening of the Possessed to my graveyard. So in this way, hopefully not get Ashed here. Please. Oh, let's go! I was so afraid. I was actually afraid. We'll add a Asa for my deck to my hand, and we will set to my field one Awakening of the Possessed. I'm never sure. I feel like it's probably a better opportunity to start off with the Unpossessed than Awakening of the Possessed, but I really don't ever know. Activate Awakening of the Possessed, I should have a response, it seems. I will normal summon my Asa the Earth Charmer, allow me to draw one card. Theoretically, I could add a Rasenryu to my hand by shuffling my Duel and Lockbird back, but I do want to play both of these at the start of my opponent's next turn. I hate that. I'll end my turn. I will Maxi straight off the bat, and then depending on what they're running, I can just roll them. So draw your card. I activate Maxi. Response. I mean, you probably... Oh, you... Thank goodness you had an actual response. I would have been a little bit upset if you didn't. That's scary. We have to droll here. Suships can do a lot. If he were to have the secret recipe or anything like that, it would be very frightening. Suships, I actually have played a lot of against with Spirit Charmers against Dakota in real life. So I know the matchup fairly well, but I'm pretty sure Suships just wins like really easily. I think the droll is going to be helpful, but getting that Max C off would have been like the most important thing. Because Spirit Charmers doesn't have any draw ability. It has one draw card on both players' turns, which is a continuous spell, and can be ashed, or imperm, or just Cosmic Cyclone, or anything. Ghost Spell destroys it too. Or is it Ghost Spell or Ghost Ogre? I think it's Ghost Ogre. It's Ghost Ogre and Snowy Rabbit, right? That's what that's called? Yeah, when this card activates its effect to draw, your opponent will just play that and destroy it. Charmers needs actual support. They really, really do. So what I'm saying, it's just better to get unpossessed. Like, it genuinely just feels like it's always better to get unpossessed onto the field. Or if Spirit Charmers did something in the graveyard even, that'd be great too. But it doesn't. And so I have to surrender. Because I didn't draw a monster. Had I drawn a monster, I could have played the game. There's only like 1,200 in this deck. That's the curse of Charmers. You don't get things. If only Charmers was actually playable. It genuinely makes me sad because it's fun having an event like this where you have the opportunity to play Charmers, but also this event is nothing different than normal Yu-Gi-Oh, just a lighter dark cards. So you're not going to see Effect Veiler, you're not going to see Albaz, and that's practically it. Like, there is still way too much that is available to be played. It's interesting though, because we haven't fought against anything particularly irritating. Like, I know how to play against Trap Tricks. They just had a very good Quaking Mirror Force in their field when we should have theoretically won the game there. But like, otherwise it's kind of just Charmers is Charmers. The best thing that Charmers could have, if I could pull this up right now, what I would do for Charmers if I could do anything is I would make either Spirit Charmers have a secondary effect where you can banish this card and then special summon one from your hand or graveyard just as like a possessed partnership thing. I don't know, like you need something that works with the big monsters as well. Like if Ichirin, the field spell, could get like a newer version or like whatever, then make Awakening of the Possessed Monsters actually usable when you draw them, because you draw them fucking too often. There are 2 in this deck. I have seen one in my starting hand. I think every duel that I played today, aside from the second one, I believe I saw every single one of these, which is just the worst. And it's like, there's literally dead draws. You never want to draw them. If you draw them, you have a worse hand. You can draw 1 time per turn. That's it. And if you have to go into a big man, link or exceeds that off to attach a material and then get this effect to add one of these 2, it's like, wow, you're in a horrible position. You had to use like 6 cards to get a +1 to get this onto your field. That's the worst. I want Charmer support. Please give Charmer support. That's what I'm using at the end of this video. Unban Red Rose Dragon, unlimit Red Rose Dragon, make it at 3, and give me Charmer support. Not just Time Rending Morganite. I don't want to hear that. That means that the rest of your game, you're done. You're not winning that game. You can't activate hand traps for the rest of your game. You can't special summon these guys from your hand. I mean, sure, you can always normal summon, and then there's like Fairy Tales, but like, there's no reason. I need actual Charmer support. I want actual Charmer support. They deserve actual support. It's not a bad deck. As it is, if you get a good combo when your opponent's not running a bunch of fucking hand traps or anything, or like some weird traps for no reason, then you have practically game just by getting out 3 monsters on your field with Awakening of the Possessed. Literally, if you can get an Asa, an Area, and then any other monster, or like any 3 attribute monster in your field, and all of them are the Charmer monsters, or the Familiar Possessed monsters, you have game with 1 Awakening of the Possessed. 2 of these, and 2 of these monsters, and then like whatever else nonsense, like any other monster. So long as you have 3 monsters in your field, and a field spell, or a continuous spell here, you're basically guaranteed to win game. But it's just not a thing that happens, and it makes me so sad. I love Charmers. I really, really love Charmers, but it's not a good archetype. No, it's a great archetype. It's not. The archetype itself is fun, but not good. That's what I meant to say. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. that rant went off a bit too long. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'm not probably going to do much more with the Attribute 4 event. It literally is just for me Charmers event. I can't think of another deck that I'd be interested in playing because practically no, Infernobles I run Junk Synchron on that, which is banned, so I can't do that, unfortunately. Oh, that's so unfortunate that I can't do the Junk Synchron event. That blows. Also, you don't see this card. It's not a real card. I promise it's not a real card.